So there's something killing us. There's a silent killer. It's killing us all day long, every day. Is it food? All of a sudden it's not so loud.
Muffled.
Yeah, it's muffled. Is it food? Is it exercise? Is it drugs? Is it stress? Of course it is. Stress, the silent killer. Everybody knows that. So what is stress? What is it? It's the way we deal with the way life comes at us and how we react. There's different kinds of stress. Not everybody's stressed in the same way. Some people walk around and are very afraid. And they're afraid all the time. Afraid of what's going to happen to them. They're anxious. They're worried. They're worried about the future. Some people are stressed about the past. Something that happened a long time ago in your childhood. Some kind of adverse childhood experience that you had. And that's shaping the way you are in the world today, at the moment. So stress is that silent killer. Somebody else might be stressed because they're upset. And they may want to punch you in the nose. But they can't because they'll get arrested. And so they're holding back. And they really want to hit, but they don't hit. They're here. Or say you got abused as a kid by your parents. You know, you fight or flight doesn't work because A, you can't run. You live there. And B, you can't fight because they're a giant. So you do freeze. And that freeze holds in the system, and it holds in the system, and your nervous system gets used to working in that way. So two things can mess up your movement. One of them is the coordination. And if you're stressed out, your coordination is weird. Look at NBA players. James Harden, he's cool. He's relaxed. He's got good coordination. If you're cool and relaxed, you're going to have good coordination. And if you're stressed, you're going to be in a, it's like having your car out of tune. It won't go well. So you want to be calm. Now, how do you get calm? Gravity is the key. Having a relationship with gravity. And then that can ground you out. Because if you're stressed and there's a defensive response going on, your muscle tissue gets tight. And so that's part of it. The other part is the thing that can affect your movement is your fascia. And the fascia is the net of connective tissue that's underneath your skin that holds everything together, from your muscles to your bones to your organs. And it holds it in place, and there's a certain set point of each tension in the net as it goes throughout the body. There's different forms of it. Some gets thicker, some gets looser. And so you want to be able to have that in a certain shape that allows for free movement. Now that's what yoga does. Yoga's stretching you out. You get a lot of free range of motion. So it's always this kind of opposites of strength and flexibility. And so you want to have an even portion of both. If I'm too flexible, that's no good. If I'm too strong, that's no good. Too flexible, you see with, say, a contortionist body type that goes into yoga and they can put their foot behind their head. It's not really functional for you, and it doesn't really help your hip, quite frankly. And then on the other side of strength, you can go to Gold's Gym, and now you see them beefed up with all the phasic, fast twitch muscles, and the slow twitch muscles aren't working well, and they're not relaxed. So either one of those things, too extreme to strength, too extreme to range of motion and flexibility, no good. We want to be in the middle. And my middle and my sweet spot isn't the same as everybody. Some people's sweet spot is more towards the strength. Other people's sweet spot will be more towards the flexibility. And it's about finding that for you. So it's not an exact science. So the procedure with me is you go through everything and we talk. And it's a process. It takes at least 10 weeks, if not more. And then you go through that and we have conversations the whole way. And it's about the way you think. There's an old saying. It's anonymous, so nobody really knows who came up with it. But I love it because it says, you may not be what you think you are, but what you think you are. So you're expressing what you're thinking all day long. So rather than teaching movement, I say that I'm teaching two things. Impression and expression. Impression is the way I see and view the world. And there's many options there. We'll talk a lot about that, actually. And then expression is how I express myself and how I do out in the world. And if we want to get very broad, we say that there's two options that you have: willing or allowing. And if I will, I hold my ground and I'm sturdy and strong. And if I allow, I'm like water and I just let everything go. Now, sometimes it's good to be like water, and sometimes it's good to hold your ground. When and where, and to do all of that. If anybody tells you, oh, let go, let go, let go, and that's all you need to do, they're only half right. And if somebody says to you, apply yourself, do what needs to happen, work hard, that's only half right. So, those are the two extremes. The way I work is to show one extreme and then show the other extreme, and then we play in the middle to see where your balance is. Because one man's medicine is another man's, woman's poison. So you got to find out what works for you. The biggest challenge you ever had in life was getting up on 2 feet and walking. Everybody had the same challenge at one point in their life. Now, we don't remember it necessarily because it happened around the first year of life. But those of you that are parents that have seen kids get up and walk, it's quite amazing. And when a child does that, what do the parents do? Oh my God, yay, you're so amazing. And so we're all inspired to stay up on 2 feet from that moment forward. It's a big deal. And the amount that has to happen in organization, coordination, perception to stand on 2 feet and walk, especially as a little baby, because your muscles and bones aren't developed completely at that point. They don't really get developed. The nervous system doesn't get developed until you're 25, fully, 23. So that's the facts of the matter. But that is a big challenge. We've done it as a species, but each one of us as an individual has done that. Now, when we do that, we created our own style. What worked, what didn't, what successes and failures that we had. How did we get up off the floor? What was my strategy? Did I just get up and start holding things? Or did I get up and stand on 2 feet and be independent that way? There's many, many options that happen in that.